As Prince William vows to rule with humility, his multi-billion-dollar estate raises eyebrows. After a brutal year of family health battles, Prince William has used a recent trip abroad to lay out his vision for his future reign. The Prince of Wales was in South Africa to deliver 5 awards as part of his environmental foundation, the Earthshot Prize, when he unveiled his grand plans for the House of Windsor in a surprisingly candid interview. Dressed casually and sporting a grown-out beard from the summer, the 42-year-old said he hoped to use his role to do things differently for a younger generation. To give you more of an understanding around it, I'm doing it with maybe a smaller R in the royal, if you like. That's maybe a better way of saying it, William told reporters at the end of his Cape Town trip. Hello viewers, please remember to subscribe and click on the notifications bell icon, so you will be notified whenever we upload new cookies about the British royal family. It is one of the clearest signs yet the future king is thinking about how the monarchy should evolve in the 21st century and find its place in a globalized world. Part of that transition would involve the House of Windsor pivoting away from its traditional way of thinking, from Queen Elizabeth II's ideal of never complain, never explain, to what the prince describes as a more empathetic approach. It's more about impact philanthropy, collaboration, convening, and helping people, he said. And I'm also going to throw empathy in there as well because I really care about what I do. I think we could do with some more empathetic leadership around the world. But while the future king may be hoping to set a new tone, long-running scandals and rivalries persist. The heir and his father have raised eyebrows after an investigation by the Sunday Times and Channel 4's Dispatches programme revealed how money is made from the duchies of Cornwall and Lancaster. William is also embroiled in a drawn-out squabble between his father and Prince Andrew over a sweetheart rental deal, as well as an ongoing feud with the spare, his brother Prince Harry. The lingering issues have opened the royals up to more scrutiny and could get in the way of William's desire to chart a new course for the House of Windsor. Queen Elizabeth described 1992 as her annus horribilis, but for her grandson, William, 2024 has been the brutal year. After his father and wife were both diagnosed with cancer in February, the prince was left to steer the monarchy largely on his own as the pair temporarily withdrew from their royal duties. BBC senior royal correspondent Daniela Relf said he found a peace by trying to carve out the role of Prince of Wales in his own way. A new documentary on an initiative close to his heart seemed like the perfect way to reset the dial on the family's public image and carry out his vision of working on projects with a high impact. The series, released in October, tracked the launch of Homewards, a 5-year, locally led program that he hopes will help end homelessness in 6 locations across the United Kingdom. Following in the footsteps of his mother, William said he had drawn inspiration and guidance from Princess Diana when deciding to tackle the problem of homelessness. More than 350,000 people in Britain are living without a permanent home, a situation only made worse by the recent cost of living crisis. The prince launched the initiative last year. That he came to Homewards with no other agenda than wanting to help people who are in need. But the project and the documentary based on its launch did happen to have the added benefit of highlighting the royals' various charitable works. Cameras follow the future king as he spends time with struggling Britons who have fallen on hard times, showcasing William's philanthropic work and the impact of his unique role when used to bring attention to a hidden issue. We see him as the real person. When he comes to the passage, he's very relaxed, very chilled, Mick Clarke, chief executive of London homelessness charity The Passage, explained in a question-and-answer session after a press screening of the documentary. He's also very authentic and people who have lived with homelessness are very good at sussing almost instantly whether someone is straightforward, whether they are authentic or not, and he just feels very comfortable. In many ways, Homewards is a continuation of his parents' work. It was one of his mother's special causes as well as a focus of King Charles' passion project, the Prince's Trust, a charity designed to help vulnerable young people get their lives on track. It also appears to be in line with the prince's desire for smaller royalty. He wants to modernize the way royals conduct their interface with the public. Giselle Bastin, a royal commentator from Flinders University, says. He wants the way he conducts his public duties to be more relaxed in terms of protocols and formalities, so that he can spend more time talking and listening to the people he meets from the various charities and public programs with which he's involved. William wishes to carry on with his mother's legacy of spending quality time with people, listening to their stories and their needs, rather than merely helicoptering in and opening hospital wings and cutting ribbons. But his ambitious plans to pull the monarchy in a new direction have been slightly derailed by questions about his family's mysterious duchy. When Homewards was first launched, critics argued William's involvement was at odds with his position, personal wealth and extensive property portfolio. On the UK radio station LBC, he was cheekily christened with the title The Prince of Homelessness by host James O'Brien after a Republican phoned in to complain about the optics. Then earlier this month, a Sunday Times and Channel 4 investigation lifted the lid on Prince William's and King Charles's sprawling property empires and the wealth generated through this land. The duchies of Cornwall and Lancaster have existed for centuries to ensure that the reigning monarch and their heir are financially independent, but the income generated by these complex webs of investments and real estate holdings has long been shrouded in mystery. The investigation revealed the duchies were worth upwards of £1.8 billion, $3.51 billion, and held 5,410 properties in England and Wales. The Sunday Times found the duchies charge for the right to cross rivers, offload cargo onto their shores, run cables under their beaches, operate schools and charities, and dig graves. The duchies also make income from services, including the use of toll bridges, ferries, sewage pipes and car parks. The investigation revealed the royals both pay income tax voluntarily at the highest rate, but a special agreement with the UK Treasury means they pay no capital gains or corporation tax. The duchies are not private property, they are state assets. Parliament allowed the royals to maintain control over these estates when other land was surrendered 3 centuries ago. It's time Parliament abandoned that arrangement, said Graham Smith from the UK Republic Group, which advocates for the abolition of the monarchy. There is no possible justification for allowing William and Charles to control the duchies and take the profits while avoiding taxes and facing accusations of neglecting tenants. Thanks for watching. Please don't forget to like this video and drop comments, and most importantly don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss anything.